First of all, I know this might be a little dark, but I wanted to put some grievances out there about people and it's just so weird. Okay, first of all, this is not unfair. This girl that I was talking about in the last video was supposedly going to be moving in. And then I wrote a note via Facebook to my mother-in-law about it and everything else, and for what my mother-in-law tells me, she's not, because it's not fair to me or my brother-in-law's girlfriend, you know, since we're usually seeing our boyfriends, whatever you want to call them, about 1 to 2 days a week. She gets to be there every week, and she flashed her titties at my fiance again. And I notice how she always does that when I'm not around, which is not, buddy, get, sorry, cat. How she always does this when I'm gone, and it's very interesting about that because it just seems like she's trying to buy for Brian as well as keeping in the family with this guy and this guy's uncle, and she clearly made her choice with this guy's uncle, and then she keeps coming over and calling this guy baby and all kinds of crap and still doing the same things that they're usually doing. And supposedly she's not going to be around on weekends or anything, so that way I can actually get some sleep. Because when I don't get the right amount of sleep on my medicine, I am cranky and bitchy no matter to whom. My brother-in-law found that out, so he's mellow in what I ask, especially nicely. He usually does, or when he gets up, so it's works out very good. And then this guy who's been living there since he got back hasn't really, he's done a few things, but he really hasn't done any major chores that I've seen, you know. It's something's sticking. It's just so bad. Yeah, and I called when Brian called me today that told him to hand me to my mother-in-law. So therefore I was asking my mother-in-law about some of this stuff, and so she might not be there, and if she pisses me off, oh well, she's gonna have it. She's been having it coming ever since she started flashing Brian, and she runs around the house butt naked with all kinds of people there, and they have sex in front of people no matter who's there or who's beside them. You know, that's just wrong, for one, and for two, my mother put a lot of bad. She didn't know she was running a whorehouse. I like that line, because really she didn't know that she was running a typical, like, little red light district and whatnot. And I'm getting so tired of this girl, you know. She's about, let's say, what was she, I think 19, and she acts like 13 years old, which for a 19-year-old, come on. At 19, which I'm 20 now, and I was more mature than what she'll ever be at that age. And she acts like maybe a 13-year-old, you know, some little early teen, something like that. At 13, I was working my ass. Well, sorry, might be little kids watching, but it's a figure of speech. I was working my butt off, and I was lifting iron at my weight. As in literally, let's see, 13. Let's go about 150 pounds, right? I would lift that 150 pounds for junk, iron, and scrap since we run a family business. And, sorry, I keep checking the cat once in a while so it doesn't get on my printer. But anyways, that, it's getting so bad for where I hate this. I don't want to call her a woman because even though she's got the womanly features and her, you know, everything's sculpted, let's just say. And I just want to call her a girl. You know, she doesn't seem like a woman to me. To me, she just acts like a girl. And for her age and doing all the job with babysitting and everything, you know, that's just plain wrong. Sure, yeah, I know there's probably people in the world and everything else, but or however, that sometimes you do have to act your age. You know, I haven't been right ever since the day I was born. Because being mostly German with a hint of Bohemian in there, that's just asking for trouble when people piss me off. Because I have a big mouth when I see something I don't like or hear something I don't like, no matter how true or false it is. I've always been that way. And then, which creates havoc with my epilepsy. And you know, I told my dad last night when I told him about this girl supposedly moving in permanently, which is not fair to me and this other girl. And he gave me his opinion, and I value it no matter how mad he seems. He wasn't mad, it just seemed like he was mad because of his tone, which I can understand because I'm mad as well. Because I mean, all her crap with going in at it all hours, literally all hours, even during the night and in the evening. Buddy, silly cat, which ruins my sleep schedule. And I'm going to be cranky the next day. Or if, you know, if it's leave very early hours in the morning, and yeah, no. To me, she clearly made her choice. But she's still doing what she has been doing because this guy is in the situation of the friends with benefits type of thing, even though she's going out with his uncle. And no, that's just something. I don't mind the friends with benefits thing, but with some of the crap that they're pulling or she's pulling or whatever, however you want to call it, it's maddening. I shouldn't say maddening. I mean, I should have a stronger word than that, but I can't take it. My cap's about to blow. I mean, literally. I've helped my dad in the junkie job last night, and, well, this was a cut that I got from making supper. I got this cut on, I don't know if you can see it or not. Let me try and get it in there. This cut right in here on my pinky. And then, let's see, where's the other one? Oh, yeah. The other cut is right there. Those are the only two cuts I got from working last night. And no, I did not wear gloves. For this type of job, it was just for a tin and just eave troughs and stuff like that. Why would I want to wear gloves, you know, even though they're sharp edges? And it made me feel good. Oh, and last night at the job, I even caught a mouse. I let it roam free, though. I wanted to scare my mom with it because it would have been funny if my mom was helping Dad work and seeing all those money, she would have been literally there. It's got a mile lane back to the house, and it's she would have been glued all the way to the mailbox, at least, or at least to the house. And there's one's about that big and one's about that big. And I know we got a little off track. I usually do that. And back to this woman. It's just my mother-in-law is even pissed off about some of this. You know, it's not right. And then for her to flash Brian all the time when I shouldn't say all the time, but she does it when I'm not there, which is somewhat peculiar in her behavior, because then she's gonna start doing other things and then telling him that he missed her being totally naked, no towel, no nothing. Yeah, that's the part where I go, eh? If I wanted to, I probably would have been glad to go to what? Hang on. What's the matter, buddy? Can't get up there? Come here. There you go, fat ass. But, if I had no feelings at all for killing this woman or doing whatever to her, you know, I would have no problem going to prison. That's if I had no feelings at all. But I'm in college, so I don't want to ruin that, because I'm just about finished with my gen eds and then going on to Kirkwood, since that's the closest college, for getting a floral degree. And let me get my sunglasses. I'm sorry, I'm getting things ready to leave to go to my boyfriend's house and doing all kinds of things at once here. I just had to do a quick video. And I just this little girl is getting on my nerves. If she was like 6 years old, I wouldn't be as irritated, because that's how somewhat little girls are, being, you know, little irritant, and, you know, what kids are. Because they ask tons of questions and, you know, say silly things. But where this woman, I'm going to put that in air quotes there, woman is 19, 20 years old, okay, and she's acting like 13 years old and below, you know, and she is just, she's not right in what a normal sense of society is. If anybody knows society and psychology, have fun. And I just don't want anything to do with her. I know Brian wanted to go on a double date with them at one time, or them go on a double date with us, because she said something about paying, you know, for a movie and going on a double date. No. No way. Not with them. You know, we went on double dates with this guy and his ex-girlfriend. And I wouldn't mind it with his ex-girlfriend, because I knew her. But at this point, she's being such a, to put it lightly. And I just can't. I'm going to blow my top at any moment. Not caring who's around. Because what I say is usually the truth. Unless you're around my house and you understand why sometimes I tell white lies. And it's just, ugh. You know, if she can't handle the truth, which most people can't, then because this behavior that she is protruding is somewhat like a whore. I'm not saying that she is, and I'm not saying that she isn't, mind you. I'm just saying acting because I know her and I get to see this woman almost every week.